Hello, everyone. I'm Sign1News anchor Gatry Persaud. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment about this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. Here's what's happening today. In Michigan, 19-year-old Stephen Freeman has been arrested after authorities found a woman's dead body in his truck. Prosecutors say on October 27th, Freeman was driving a truck near Detroit when he hit a semi-truck. Freeman jumped out of his truck and ran away from the accident. When police searched the truck Freeman was driving, they found the body of 62-year-old Gabrielle Seitz. Not many more details have been released, including how or if Freeman knew Seitz or how she was killed. But sources say she did have a shoelace around her neck and showed clear signs of strangulation. However, Freeman has not been charged in Seitz's death. Authorities say the investigation is ongoing. Freeman has been charged with receiving and concealing a body and concealing the death of an individual. In Washington state, a couple that drove hours to a children's hospital in Seattle for their 1-year-old's brain surgery isn't sure how they'll get home. That's because someone stole their car from the hospital's parking garage while their child was in recovery. William and Callie Fager's son, who is also named William, was in surgery for 6 hours to treat infantile spasms. That's a rare form of epilepsy. The hospital confirmed that the car, a 2017 Toyota Corolla, was reported stolen from its parking garage. All the necessities the Fagers packed for the hospital stay were in the car. The hospital has stepped in to help with fresh clothes and toiletries and is working to get them a new car seat. A few people, including the surgeon who performed the operation, have offered to drive the family home once their son is released. And the good news, little William's surgery was successful, and it is expected to cure his condition. Pressure is mounting for the U.S. to ban the social media app TikTok. There are concerns the Chinese government could access private data from users in the United States, especially since TikTok made it clear European data can be accessed by China-based employees. For months, the FCC has been trying to negotiate a national security agreement with China. One FCC commissioner says the video sharing app should be banned altogether rather than reach an agreement. But TikTok officials responded, "We are confident that we are on a path to reaching an agreement with the U.S. government that will satisfy all reasonable national security concerns." Brooklyn Nets player Kyrie Irving has been suspended without pay by the NBA. Irving shared a link on his Twitter page to the 2018 documentary entitled Hebrews to Negroes, Wake Up America. Wake Up Black America. The movie has been blasted by civil rights groups for its anti-Semitism. Irving initially stood by his decision to share the link, but later he apologized. Irving's suspension means he will not play in tonight's game against the Washington Wizards and for the next 4 games. And he has to do some work to address the harmful impact of his conduct. Former President Trump kicked off a final round of campaign rallies before the midterm election. He is touring the country to help support Republican candidates. He is also thinking about his own political future, hinting that he may run for president again in 2024. And if he does, the Justice Department may make the historic decision to indict a former president. Possible criminal charges could emerge from the January 6th Capitol riot investigation and the mishandling of top-secret documents at Mar-a-Lago. The final decision to charge Trump or his associates will ultimately fall to Attorney General Merrick Garland. Friendly reminder, daylight saving time comes to an end this weekend. At 2 a.m. Sunday, U.S. clocks will turn back 1 hour and revert to standard time. That means lighter mornings and darker evenings are on the way for the next 4 months. However, lawmakers have been debating whether daylight saving time should be eliminated. The Senate approved the bipartisan Sunshine Protection Act in March, which would make daylight saving time permanent. But the bill has stalled in the House. Oh, my candy. I am such a sweet freak. Unfortunately, my kids ate all of the candy. Yes, I let all of my 3 kids eat candy. Life is short. Life is just too sweet. If you've been trying to keep your kids from eating all of their Halloween candy this week, well, maybe today let them have another piece. Today, Friday, is National Candy Day. Shh, don't tell my kids that. Fun fact, the word candy was created in the late 13th century. Back then, sugar was not readily available, so candy makers coated nuts, fruits, and flowers with honey. Sugar was more popular by the 18th century, but the most basic form was still considered a luxury. But since the late 1970s, the world has been producing more sugar than can be sold, making candy attainable and very cheap. You can celebrate the day by using hashtag National Candy Day on your social media pages. Yummy. Sign1News will be broadcasting updates Monday through Friday. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. And you can also watch on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku. Have a great weekend. Get some rest.